Okay, so Andrew and I were looking at starting his outline, which is the goal of this week. So hopefully you understood choosing your three best from your Annie chart. So your three best reasons for yes and your three best reasons for no. And at this point you're done with the I column, okay? So you pick your three best from both columns, then you pick a side. Are you going to argue that yes, such so-and-so should have done this, or no, so-and-so should have not? In class we were talking about should Aslan have killed the White Witch, and in class you all voted yes, and the three reasons in the affirmative you chose were no one else could kill her, peace in Narnia, and she's a killer. Okay, so choosing three of your best from both columns, choosing your side. The next step is writing your thesis, which, does that sound scary?
No.
Does that sound like, what's a thesis?
Haha, puny thesis. Thesis.
You can't even
now I'm
say
scared
it.
of it.
Okay. Thesis might sound like, what is a thesis? I'm not in college. What are we talking about? Thesis is just a professional way of saying this is your argument that you're about to make in this whole paper. And if you look in page 4 of your student book, it says, it takes you through on page 4 and 5 all the steps to building your outline. And I'm going to walk you through that. I don't actually use those pages because for me, it's just too spread out and not necessary. I personally like to use page 6. It has the outline right there, and I'm just going to copy it. And if there's a part of the outline I'm not sure about, I can flip back page 4 and 5 and help me. Does that make sense, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want, look at page 6. Okay? Page 6 shows a finished outline. And the first thing it has is this I, which is really a Roman numeral 1. And it has the word introduction. There's no asterisk next to it. Asterisk is that little star. If there's no asterisk, that means you just write that, what it says. So, you just write introduction. And the reason that you're doing that is you're saying my first paragraph is an introduction to my whole topic, which is the case for everyone writing a persuasive. Now, there is a typo in this book that we're going to get to in just a second. So be ready to fix that. Under introduction, it has the letter A, and it says thesis. Notice the little asterisk. That means don't write the word thesis. That means you're going to write your thesis here. What's my thesis? We never really said. Well, you have already done that. Your thesis is your yes or your no. So my thesis is Aslan should have killed the White Witch. That's my thesis in short. My yes. Now, you do, Andrew, let me see your paper. Andrew has his Annie chart on a piece of paper. So on the back side, I'm going to say, Andrew, write that out. So his topic is different, but he's just going to write that statement out there. And then he's going to write his 3 best reasons that he picked right underneath it. But then when we get to building the outline, he doesn't need to rewrite that entire sentence. An outline, just like in IEW, where we just want some key words, we don't have to write all that. So, Aslan kill White Witch. And because he has written it all out in an actual complete statement on the back of his Annie chart, I don't need him to rewrite that here. Okay, the outline is so that next week you can look at it, turn everything into sentences, and go. So that's your thesis. Then looking back at page 6, the next thing it says is there's a B, and it says this big word enumeration. This is where the typo is. There should not be an asterisk there. All you do is write enumeration. What does enumeration mean? This is the part where I'm going to tell you all the reasons to support my thesis. Okay? Or I'm going to say how many reasons I'm giving. We always give 3. But we just put enumeration there to remind us that we need to mention that we're going to give 3 reasons. Seems silly, but it's there for a reason. Notice that it's in blue because I'm just copying the outline for that part. Then for C, it says exposition. Exposition is where I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of it. I'm going to say my 3 reasons. So far, so good, Andrew?
Yes.
So far, I'm just copying the words. The only thing I've put in this outline that's unique to me is the key words for my thesis of what I'm going to argue. Now, below C, you have 1, 2, 3, and it says proof 1, proof 2, proof 3. What are proofs? Your proofs are your reasons for saying yes, or your reasons for saying no. My proof of why I'm right. Think of it that way, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
My proof of why I'm right. And there are asterisks there. Again, I'm not writing incomplete sentences. I'm just, no one could, peace in Narnia. Next week I will take these incomplete sentences, these key words, and I will turn them into complete sentences. But this is just my outline. So this is your introductory paragraph. Then we move on to part 2. Part 2 is titled Proof. No asterisks here, we're just writing the word proof. That's telling the reader, or my teacher, or reminding myself, this is the part where I'm going to talk about my reasons. This is where I'm going to give all of my evidence to prove that my thesis is right. And again, you have A, B, C, but they're with asterisks this time, and it says proof 1, proof 2, proof 3. And since the asterisks are there, I have to again put that. This may feel repetitive. I know that it is. It's meant to be repetitive, okay? It's also meant to be easy, okay? Writing, organizing our thoughts doesn't have to be hard. And as we move through the year, we will add more pieces into this outline. It will get more interesting, but it's meant to be kind of boring this week. Very basic, just the structure, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, plus, hey, it's nice to have an easy assignment, don't you think? So the whole second paragraph in my paper is only going to be about my proof. Then my third paragraph, hopefully you guys can see this, is going to be my what, Andrew? What's it say on your paper?
Says conclusion.
And isn't that what we learned in IEW when we were writing our research papers, that your last paragraph was your conclusion, right?
Yes.
Same thing in a persuasive essay. In a persuasive essay, in your conclusion, you're going to wrap up the main idea to bring the reader back to your point. There's an A and a B. The A has an asterisk and says thesis, Aslan, kill, White Witch. And what's B, Andrew?
Summary of proof.
Okay. Summary of proof is what I write next to the B. And then I'm kind of running out of room, and I doubt you'll even be able to see it. But underneath that, notice the 1, 2, 3, and the asterisk there. So I will take the time to write out, no one could, peace in Narnia, she is killer. That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This part of exposition this week, you can do all in one day, whoops, or you can spread it out over 2 days, or you could really spread it out and do it over 4 days, but it is very, very basic. In any persuasive paper, you're going to introduce your topic and give your reasons of why you think you're right. Then in the middle, you're going to talk about why you're right. You're going to expound upon those ideas. And then at the end, you're going to summarize, you're going to wrap it up of remember my points. This is what I think and this is why I'm right. And that's the only thing that we're doing. 6 months from now, this outline will be 3 times as long, way more interesting and way more detailed. But that's it. And reading, Carry On, Mr. Bowditch. So I hope this is helpful. Remember to watch your video from the Cirque Institute. And if you have further questions, just text me or give me a call, because I'm happy to help. All right, I hope you guys are having a great week. Bye.